Hello and welcome to the Ponds here in Kellingville, northwest Sydney, as we've got the Latin Heat and the Mediterranean Rugby League teams out onto the field. Latin Heat in the black jersey with the red shorts, Mediterranean in the all black with the white V, very similar to the Western Suburbs Magpies. About to get underway with Latin Heat kicking off left to right on your screen. And we're underway. It's a very high kick, heading down into that far corner, and the Mediterranean will bring this out of their own try line. Solid contact there to start the play. Eventually he's wrapped up. Proper Payo. It's going to be fun trying to pronounce some of these names. We'll do the best we can. So Heat bring it out through Mahmood. I'll quickly go through both team lists. The Mediterranean at fullback is Halal Kara Ali. On the wings, we've got Hamza Anwar and Omar Khan. In the centres, we've got Addison Demetriou and Darius Miller. In the halves, we have Christian Tarabay and Hussein El Rafai. The forwards are Isaac Proco Payo, and the other front row is Jade Mamu. So we see kick go down, and Latin Heat will have their first chance with the ball in their hands. It's not a bad kick, and it's been cleaned up. He's almost gone over the sideline. James Horvath picking that ball up inches from the sideline. So Latin Heat will bring this down to their own territory. The hooker for Mediterranean is Koda Mitwari. The back rowers are Mohamed Sultan and Josh Fraser. And the lock forward is Ronnie Palumbo. On the bench for the Mediterranean, it's Luka Fredotovic, Ali Elaz, Costa Charalembos, Jake Kameri and Ahmad Razi. That is the Mediterranean lineup. I'll quickly go through the Latin Heat side for you. And at fullback we have James Horvath. On the wings we've got Alvaro Alcon and Kevin McKenzie. In the centres we have Thomas Garrido and Anthony Matuk. The halves are Brad Miller and Gabriel Papa. The front rowers are Andrew Zelliga and Eddie Wagner. And the hooker is Seb Martinez. You see the kick go down to the fullback, Kara Ali. Brings this in into the defence, and he's been tackled there by Simon De Aroa. Quickly going through the Latin Heat, continuing on, we have in the front row Eddie Wagner and Simon De Aroa. The hooker is Seb Martinez. The back rowers are Matt Gardner and also Andrew Zalagar. And the lock forward is Nick Dobra. On the bench we have Poncho Gasapani, Rafael Mendoza and Juan David Espinal and Jai Summers. And rounding out the Latin Heat is Sean Day in jersey 20. As we see Zoltan taking a hit up on that far side, getting within 19 metres of the Latin Heat try line. Building up for something nicely here is Fraser up to the 10. Last tackle, says the referee. The back line set deep. It's a little grubber into the end goal. It's a dodgy one, but it's been picked up well. The referee's seen that the attacking players were offside. And Latin Heat will get a piggyback out of their own territory. This one's just going to head straight towards us here on the commentary side. On the roof, in fact. And I just noticed it go over the back. Some thick bushland behind us, so hopefully they'll be able to retrieve that ball. Here's the big number 18. Number 10, in fact, it's Wagner. So Latin Heat bringing this out of their own territory. This is Dobra. Just over the 40. After 2 tackles in this set. So a couple of passes, a dummy there. Looking for support on the inside. He almost got it away, Miller, to the unmarked Gardner. So they go the short side again. They've got 3 men out there. It's been put on the toe by Horvath. Let's go down. It's going to be very close to the touchline. Just managed to feel that before it went dead. Out of the touchline, Kara Ali. We'll play this, and now it's Mediterranean's turn to bring this down to their own try line. So even though the weather has been a bit dodgy here in Sydney all day, still a good crowds turned up to support the emerging nations. These two teams out in the field are a combination of a lot of different nations. The Latin Heat representing the South America territory. There's players from El Salvador and Chile and Argentina and Colombia as well. Also Mexico in there. They've got a big squad. So that kick goes down for the winger. Closest to our camera is Alvaro Alcorn. Could be his first touch of the afternoon. He's been met heavily there by Sultan. Mohamed Sultan just wrapped him up into the synthetic turf here at Kellyville. It's a pretty even contest so far. Martinez goes for a bit of a scamper from dummy half, but he's wrapped up by his opposite number. Go through the hands. Here's the big number 10, Wegner. Eddie Wegner up to the 40. So go to the left-hand side. Here is Gardner wearing jersey number 19. A quick change. He was in 11 earlier on, but the number 11 didn't fit the big man, so he's in 19. So they put this one to the sky. It's gone straight down there to Anwar on that far wing. He's tackled on the 30. So I've been through a few of the players with the Latin Heat and the Mediterraneans. We've got a break here straight up the middle. It's a very good run. Mahmoud, he's getting away from the fullback. Mahmoud's going to go all the way and score here. Mediterranean score the first try here. Barnstorming run. In fact, it's Ahmed Rezai there, in jersey 18. Just waiting for a replay to come up on the screen. What a great run that was. Just cut them to ribbons. And so Mediterranean will have an opportunity to extend their lead to 6. The kick just to the right of the uprights. So just over 6 minutes gone in this one. So you wouldn't think this would be a difficult kick, but we have seen some dodgy kicks in the emerging nations so far, and this will be a surface that the majority of players wouldn't be used to. And Ahmed Rezi, he's got the kicking duties. We'll see how he goes. He strikes it straight between the sticks, so it's 6-0 Mediterranean over the Latin Heat. And the Mediterranean got a mixture here of players from all over, obviously around the Mediterranean. Players with Moroccan heritage, also Jordan heritage. So we're back underway, and the Latin Heat will kick off again. It's another high kick. It's going straight down the throat. The Mediterranean will bring this out again. It's Josh Fraser will play this on his 20-metre zone. So the rain is held off here for the start of this game. We're just under 10 minutes gone in this match. And there's a big line up there from Gardner. Ricocheted off there, luckily he did, otherwise that play would have been in the pie shed. Here's a good solid run here by Procopayo. He'll play this just short of halfway. Oh, and he spilled it. He's had a big look there. Tarabay has put that down, so Latin Heat will have their first opportunity in Mediterranean territory. Text microphone. As I said, there's no wind a minute ago, and now it's picked up. We've had a few tweets coming in regarding all the jerseys, all the merchandise here. You can go through Beatswear. They've got these two jerseys that you can see on your screen, the Mediterranean and the Latin Heat. So Beatswear is the place to go. They do have a tent here selling merchandise. Japanese jersey, I'll just pick one of them up myself. The Japanese, they're selling them here at the ground. Also, the other ones are Solomon Islands and Niue. They're through FITA. So you can go to their Facebook page, Poland as well. You can go to their Facebook page or their website and pick up any of the merchandise you have seen. And just follow the details. Send them a message and that stuff could be yours. So Latin Heat, 20 out. Goes back here to Miller. He puts this high in the corner. Alcorn's going for it. He has a chance at it, but it's been fumbled. And Anwar's going to be brought down with it, but the referee's going to say it's been a knock-on from Alcorn. And the Mediterranean will have a scrum on the 10 with the feed. Also got something a little bit different here. We've got a jersey to give away. It's a Japanese jersey. And so we're going to play a little bit of Quizmasters trivia throughout this broadcast. So if you fancy the Japanese jersey, if you don't know what the Japan jersey looks like, I suggest you go to their Facebook page or their website, or tune back to the stream when they played Turkey the other night. If you fancy a Japan jersey, you'll have to come down and see me when I give you the question very shortly. So stay tuned for that. The Mediterranean are on the attack again. Getting up over halfway. It's a good run there from Demetriou. Looking for their second try of the match. Going through the hands. It's not a bad movement here. Another one away here. Goes to Miller. To Reece Miller. Now it's got to Rezi. Rezi's going to go in again. So Mediterranean score their second try. 10-0, the kick to come. Some quick, sharp ball movement there out to the right. And Latin Heat just did a number up, and Mediterranean score their second with Ahmed Rezi going over, running away there from Garrido. It's 10-0, the kick to come. Just over 12 minutes gone in this fixture. So if you're watching the stream from anywhere in the world and you're wondering where on earth is Kellyville, it's in the northwest corridor of Sydney. It's one of the newer suburbs in Sydney. Plenty of development. This is a new ground. It's that new. This is the first game of rugby league. Well, in fact, this is the third game of rugby league. But the unofficial opening of this complex today, because we've had so much rain here in Sydney, these fixtures had to be moved to the only synthetic rugby league ground in Sydney. So luckily it was all ready to go. And Rezi will have another opportunity. So put the Mediterranean 2 more points in front. All sorts of things happening. There's plenty of colour here with a small crowd that's in, so the range probably kept a few people away, which is quite understandable, but plenty of Japanese supporters here. There's certainly plenty of Solomon Island supporters earlier on and Niue supporters. It's great to see as we welcome back James onto the microphone.
I found my voice again.
Found your voice.
Went missing for about 15 minutes.
So Ahmed Rezi, 5 in from touch. Strikes it. It's not a bad kick, but it's going to go across the face. So it remains Mediterranean 10, Latin Heat 0, with just over 13 minutes gone in this first half. Latin Heat, sponsored by Guzman Gomez. I know a couple of Bar TV boys don't mind a burrito or two.
I reckon that's got to be the best sponsorship I've ever heard of. The Latin Heat, sponsored by Guzman Gomez.
That's absolutely brilliant. So we're back underway, another restart. It's a dodgy bounce, but it's done well there. And Mediterranean will bring this out of their own territory again, as they've done so far a couple of times. They're up 10-0, so they know what they're doing. They're getting a good roll on here. Quick play the balls, and Latin Heat just can't stick with them at this early stage, but they haven't had much of the ball. Here's a very good run here by Prokopayo. Gets the pass away to Mitwari, dummy half. Mitwari going across, and here's another big break here. Resi again, he's been a hard man to stop. Now the ball's gone the other way. Latin Heat finally get their hands on the ball. They'll love this. They'll soak up a bit of time here. Just trying to get their breaths back as Gardner goes for a run. He's been one of Latin Heat's busiest in defence. It's a big number 5, Kevin McKenzie, comes off his wing.
Reminds me of Wendell Saylor, McKenzie. It's caused about the same amount of damage that Wendell used to do as well.
Yeah, he's just left a Mediterranean player on the turf. So player down on his haunches there. We can't quite pick up the number. But, could be the halfback El Rafai. So players are just right in the way there, but Hassam El Rafai receiving some attention. Gets a bit of magic water and the thumbs up from the trainer, so we're good to go.
You wouldn't think they'd need any more water today, would you, Paul?
No. Magic water out here at Kellyville. Inside pass for Dobera. So 38 out from the Mediterranean try line. Numbers both sides. Bit of a dummy, and Zalaga will pick up another 5 or 6 or so. So numbers both sides again. They come out to this right-hand side through the hands. Horvath puts it on the toe. It's going into that corner for Anwar. And, well, can't quite see what's happening down there in that corner as they bring it out now. So thank God for that. They bring this out through Anwar. He's still going, so it's a very good run. He's got the fullback in front. McKenzie, he's wrong-footed. Anwar could go all the way here. Very good tackle from behind from Garrido. Thomas Garrido with probably the best rugby league haircut I've seen for a while. Reminds me of Henry Raymond, a former winger for Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs in the late 80s, early 90s, as they go through the hands again. Here we go with Demetriou. He decides to come back infield. And Alcorn wraps him up. Do you remember Henry Raymond?
I don't remember Henry Raymond at all.
He wasn't around for very long in first grade, but he certainly had one of the best hairdos I've seen.
I mean, there was a great run then from Anwar, but geez, he had an unmarked man on his outside in the form of Khan, and if he got it to him, it would have been a try for all money.
So another penalty here, not what the Latin Heat wanted. They've been under the pump as Kamari just runs straight into them. Latin Heat muscle up defence there. Still 8 metres out from the line. Matari waits for it at dummy half. They come to the left-hand side. It's a nice ball there to Sultan. He's wrapped up. So they're stacked out here on this short side. They could be up for something here. Goes to Tarbury. It's a cut-out pass for Anwar. And Mediterranean get their 3rd try in the corner. Hamza Anwar, thank you very much. A brilliant pass from Christian Tarabay. And Mediterranean 14-0, the kick to come. And no, that's not something wrong with your screens in the corner. It was just someone's big head. You'll see the crowd in that corner, unfortunately. But I guarantee you that Hamza Anwar scored the try.
It was a brilliant pass from Tarabay. Really read the numbers well. Saw they were trying to step up and jam in. There's just enough room for him to fire a bullet pass just over the top of them. Really took advantage of the up-and-in defence.
So we just got a Facebook message through, thankfully, because on our team sheets we got that Ahmed Rezi was in jersey 18, but in fact that Addison Demetriou is in jersey 18. So we'll go with Ahmed Rezi in jersey 3.
Speak of the devil. Aria's taking the kick now.
So it's always fun when you're trying to call a game, you don't recognise any of the players, and we do the best we can. And, anyway, Demetriou, I'll give those tries to him, not to Rezi. guess it's a bit like swimming. When you give someone the gold medal, you take it off them and give it to the second place. Well, in this case, we're giving the tries to Resi. And in fact, it was Addison Demetriou.
Geez, I wish someone had given me a gold medal just for the sake of it. That sounds fantastic.
I won't say why they got the gold medal taken off them. I'm not implying that any of the players are doing the same. Probably the wrong analogy, but anyway. So Demetriou, he is there on the screen, just in front of that crowd. It's not a bad strike, but it's not going to come around enough. So it remains 14 points to nil.
They've still got that breeze blowing across the field from far into the pitch toward us here in the commentary box, and it just pushed it across the face of goal just a little bit there.
I can see the rain in the distance. This could be trouble for you and I, James, because the Newey game that Dan and Dave had to call earlier, there was umbrellas all up in front of them. We are on the chair and
on the milk crates.
On the milk crates. We wouldn't have it any other way here on Bar TV. It's the Mediterranean again. They're just bringing this out and just forcing the Latin Heat back with every ball run. It's been very impressive so far. Just over 20 minutes gone, and that ball's gone back, says the referee, as El Rafi picks it up and they swing it wide again as Demetriou, the man, again out there on that far side. And it's gone into touch. Omar Khan on that far side, he really had no room. He tried to flick it back in, but good defence by Kevin McKenzie out on that far side.
Well, Paul, you mentioned the rain coming in before. I think it's just about to start because we've had a bunch of people from directly in front of us here start moving around, trying to take a bit of cover, so might have to start stacking a couple more milk crates underneath you.
Well, the lady at Coles, she was only willing to give me 4. And I thank her very much for that, so thank you to the lady at Coles at Stanhope Village.
The real question is, did you offer to buy some milk? I'm sure she might have thrown in a couple more carts if you got a few cartons yourself.
Well, I probably should have bought something from Coles, but actually went and bought the water from Aldi.
I was about to say, in the end, you're giving them a free plug here, so it all works out, but in comes Aldi.
So Latin Heat with a good opportunity here. That's Mendoza up to the 40. Martinez at dummy half. They come to short side. It's a pole in my road. I think that's the number 12, Diaroa. So wind is playing havoc with the rain and the cameras as Mendoza goes for another run. So 30 out from the Mediterranean line. They get a penalty. So another set of 6 coming up. They go for the quick tap. Martinez.
Good shot.
Went for the quick run. Another dash here from Papa. They come to the short side again. It's the big number 12, Diaroa. It's hard to stop, but there's 3 Mediterranean players there to wrap him up all in all. Martinez at dummy half. They go through the hands. It's a dodgy pass. It's picked up well by Papo. Then he's gone for a kick. I don't even know if he got a shoe to it there.
I'm actually not sure where the knock-on is there from the Latin Heat. I thought it dropped behind him and then had one of the Mediterranean players coming through and he got a touch to it, but it seemed to be all backwards for mine from Papa.
So 14-0, Mediterranean up over Latin Heat. Now I said earlier in this broadcast that we're going to give away a Japan jersey, thanks to the Japanese rugby league team for their generosity, and we'll give you a question very shortly. So scrum packs down and Tarabay will feed it. So we'll do a bit of Quizmasters trivia for you here on Bar TV. As the Mediterranean just bringing this up over the 30. The question is, to win a Japanese rugby league jersey here from the Emerging Nations tournament is, how many tests has Amani Konishi played for Japan? Now, if you know the answer, just come down and tap me and James on the shoulder. Come down to the ground. Could be a good investment. $5 to get in here at the ground, and you could win a Japan jersey valued over, I'd suggest about $70. It's a very good kick. It's well done by James Horvath, the fullback, just to get that back into the field of play. It could have been a 40-20. I wasn't keeping my eye on that, James.
That was really well done. I mean, we've seen it in the past. Billy Slater didn't do so well in the 2008 World Cup. Straight back into the hands of Marshall. Not the case here for Horvath.
That's a very good run here from Matuk. Anthony Matuk.
With that question, Paul, I mean, is that something that people can find on Wikipedia? I would hope not.
My tip would be Rugby League Project. There's the Eddie Maguire 50-50. I don't know if that's 50-50 or it's just cutting it down.
Phoning about 50 million friends to get that answer there.
Big shout out to the guys at Rugby League Project. I use that a lot for my research for this Emerging Nations. There's a touch finder there in between the 40 and the 30, just behind that big black umbrella. So this game was scheduled for Cabramatta. With the rain we've had the last 3 days here in Sydney, it's been quite phenomenal. It was last week we were saying there's no rain in Sydney. We've certainly got a bucket load here. Just hope they're getting it out west where they really need it. So James has just called for a bit of reinforcement. I wish I'd done the same. He's pulled out the big coat.
I've got to say, how are you in a T-shirt? What is going on there?
I feel the cold, I'm feeling it, but...
I mean, you're making me feel very guilty about putting on this second jacket. I think I should be offering it to you.
There's a weird thing is we've just seen a mistake by the Mediterranean at the scrum, and Latin Heat will come up with a golden opportunity, 35 out. It comes back to my radio days of setting the temperature in the studio to absolute freezing to make me concentrate.
Concentrate?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Were you trying to do a talk break and your teeth were chattering?
It was a tip I got from a radio colleague, and I used it, and it seemed to help because I've had the heater on and I would fall asleep. As Miller gets around them. Miller's got a chase. He's thrown it straight on the hands of Omar Khan. He must have called for it. And now Mediterranean will try and turn defence into attack, but they've been wrapped up. 35 out from their own line, so Latin Heat just can't apply the blowtorch, so to speak. See how Wigan now. We've got time off by the referee. Seen something on the far side. It looks like one of the Latin players got a bit of claret.
I remember in my one of my first calls, Paul, I decided to say there was blood coming from the claret. I wasn't sure what a claret was. I thought it was something to do with the nose. As it turns out, that is the actual blood itself. You live and learn.
That's all right. Stay tuned. Within 5 minutes, I'm sure I'll come up with a corker. Tongue twister as that ball's come loose. So it's certainly feeling out there. We've got a penalty there. Maybe the referee thinks that's a high shot.
Yeah, he got him high after he dropped the ball, though, so a bit unlucky.
It's Palumbo in 13. Ronnie Palumbo. There on your screen is the halfback, Hassam El Rafai.
The red suitcase, yeah?
So Mediterranean, they'll take a tap here on the 40. As Mitwari wanted a quick tap, the referee says, no, hang on. Go back there, so just trying to find the mark where this...
Well, I'm a bit confused about the mark here as well, Paul. I mean, it wasn't an offside penalty, so why have they marched them 10 metres further up the field unless there's back chat, which there wasn't?
I don't know, but he's just thrown the ball over the sideline. It's like a fair play rule in what they do in the other football code. As Fraser takes a hit up, 35 out from the line. It's still 14-0 the Mediterranean in front as Palumbo charges forward, looks for the offload and it's popped out been dived on there by Mendoza. So this is Gardner. So Martinez goes for a run from dummy half. Pitches a couple more metres, gets up over the 40. So if you're wondering where that wind's coming from, it's basically coming into the screen. Here's another good run from Gardner. Pops the pass back into Horvath. Horvath's going to be wrapped up there by Reese Miller, jersey number 4. Slow play the ball. They've just got a bit of momentum there, Latin Heat. It's just been taken out here as Papa goes straight through and trips over, and Mitwari just dives on the top of him. So Latin Heat starting to find a few gaps here as there goes the bomb from Miller. It's a good one. It's just landed straight into Demetrio's hand. Madison Demetrio, here he goes. He's a very hard man to stop. Good tackle around the legs. And he could be penalised if he doesn't let him go. He does, just in the nick of time.
He's got a huge build for a centre as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remind me of, well, just trying to see who he reminds me of, Demetrio. So, Mitwari doesn't make many metres there. He's wrapped up and bundled up by Zolagar. Oh, good ball, but well read there by the number 12, Dioroa. Come this short side again, the Mediterranean. They've had luck on this short side before when Anwar scored. Looking for their 4th try. Tarabay puts it on the toe. Horvath's back there to pick it up. Horvath does a big dummy to nobody. And he's wrapped up just over the 20-metre line. It's one good thing I do like about this Kellyville ground. You can certainly see the line markings. Very good run there from Alvarado Alcorn. Here's Gardner. See the big number 20 here, Sean Day, about to take his first hit up of the match. He's almost gone straight through them.
I know who he reminds me of, Mark Tukey.
Yes. So Miller threw a pass, it's hit Dioroa. I think it might have hit him in the head. That could be the Falcon. Look at the size of Sean Day. Mark Tukey, yep. So 14-0. We're into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Just a reminder to the viewers at home that that scoreboard, the clock on the scoreboard, it's only a guide. There has been a few stoppages here, so just to keep in mind, it is a guide. So we've had no takers yet for this Japanese jersey. Maybe they're still doing their research. How many tests has Amani Konishi played for Japan?
What are the stipulations around entering this competition? Can a certain commentator put his name forward?
You might have to if we get into the final 10 minutes.
Secret is safe for me, Paul, don't worry.
The thing is, I really didn't think this competition through. If someone tweets it in and they're in Swaziland or Kenya, I don't know how I'm going to get the jersey to them.
Next Emerging Nations Championship.
Yeah. So there's a stipulation. You've got to be at the ground at Kellyville. You've got to come down. So Mediterranean. Again, bring this out of their own territory. But got 3 tries so far. They're looking the goods. This is the 4th game of 6 here at Kellyville. There's Niedzwecki, one of the co-captains, making his debut. He's not the co-captain, he's making his debut for Mediterranean today, the big number 17. There's a few making their debut. It's actually Kamara. My sheet just flipped over, so apologies. As El Rafi puts this high. Horvath, he lets it bounce. It's a dodgy one. We've got Kara Ali come through. And now McKenzie will bring this out of his own territory. So
surely there's no advantage there, though. Thought he might have touched that in the in-goal, so definitely would have benefited the Heat if they could have a 20-metre restart instead of playing on.
yeah, certainly. So Alcon, he's gone over to help out on the far side. So here's Gardner again, now running across field. He's brought down just short of the 20, so still 14-0 Mediterranean over the Latin Heat. It's been a very entertaining opening 40. So that's Horvath kicks them out of trouble, but that win's held up pretty well. It's only going to go to the 50. And Khan will bring this up just over 40. So this is a big opportunity for Mediterranean before half-time. Colombo waits for it at dummy half. I think that's Costa Charablembos out there in jersey 16. It's Palumbo. There's another run. Bit worried at dummy half. They're going through the hands here. Mediterranean looking dangerous on this side with Kara Ali. Steps inside. Kari Ali's got support in the inside, and he's got it. Well, we hope this is Ahmed Rezi in jersey 3. We had it down as Addison Demetriou, but Ahmed Rezi, he finally gets on the score sheet, so we can give him that gold medal back.
We certainly can. That was a brilliant little run from Kara Ali as well. Just had them holding off, showing it both sides. Waited for his man to come up in support. Perfect little pass to him. Really good play from the fullback sweeping around.
So 18-0, the kick to come, and it'll be Demetriou again with the kicking duties. So 2 more fixtures to come after this. We've got Poland v Japan, and then Greece v Vanuatu. And we have a day off, and we head back out to Windsor on Tuesday. So not quite sure what the security's just here. I'm not quite sure. The security guy's trying to show me something on his phone. And it's all happening here at Bar T. This is the beauty of doing a live stream out with the public. They'll just come up and start chatting to you and showing you random things on your phone.
I mean, it was from the Octagon, so I know it's UFC. I don't know much more information after that, and it wasn't really provided. Seemed very happy to show it to you, though.
Yeah. So Demetriou, he strikes this one nicely, goes between the sticks. So it's now 20 points to 0, Mediterranean over the Latin Heat. So we're into the final 5 minutes of this first half. And it's been all Mediterranean. Latin Heat haven't played too badly, but to be honest, they haven't had much decent possession. Mediterranean are getting back-to-back six, getting a roll on. Maybe that's that cold kicking in, Joe.
Well, you're right, though. I mean, it has been a very competitive back-and-forth match, and they've thrown a couple of questions at the Mediterranean side, the Latin Heat, but I suppose it's just that execution, the final pass not sticking, a couple other things. They have also looked dangerous at times.
So Sultan will play it. Come this short side. Ari will play it. Come back in field with Rossi. Scored the last try. Just 5 short of halfway now. Inside pass, he was lined up there, Kara Ali. So they opened up the ribs there for Dioroa to line him up. Now it's a dodgy play, the ball. The referee allows it to play on as Tarabay just puts it on the toe into the corner. It's going to find touch. 12 out from the Latin Heat line.
Jeez, I think they were really hard done there, the Mediterranean side. Certainly didn't clear away from the play the ball, and I've seen that being penalised many, many a time.
He's got the Polish team warming up behind us.
Warming up the lungs too. There's a bit of singing going on in there, a bit of dancing.
Yeah, fine tune.
Well, they should be in pretty good spirits too. Had a big win the other day.
Yeah, against Japan. No, sorry, against Hong Kong. They're playing Japan next.
I have to say, so far from what we've seen, Paul, well, the standouts would be Poland and Turkey.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly in this pool. Oh, it's been dropped. Doris Miller picks it up and will play it 15 out, so another opportunity here for Mediterranean to score another try before half-time. They're set deep out to this left-hand side. They'll probably go down the short side. Mitawari will just go himself from dummy half. He's gone over. Kota Mitawari scores another one. So it's 24-0 the kick to come. And Latin Heat's defence just crumbled there.
Well, he made it look easy, but there was actually quite a bit of work to do. Two really good pieces of footwork from him. Just a little bit of deception out of dummy half two. Had a slight glance to his right before he took off. Just isolated one marker who was caught somewhere in between no man's land. Wasn't quite sure if he was as a marker or back on the try line. That's what all good dummy halves do. They take advantage of little situations like that.
So into injury time here, 24-0. Dimitri with another attempt at converting this to go into the sheds at half-time with a very comfortable lead. That is the half-time siren. It's not a car alarm. Dimitri, no hurry to get into the sheds. Strikes it nicely. So he has the extras, Addison Dimitriou. So here at half-time, Mediterranean lead the Latin Heat 26 points to 0. We'll take a quick break and come back with the second half. Welcome back here to the ponds here at Kellyville, in the northwest of Sydney. And here, Mediterranean, comfortable lead at 26 points to 0. It's been on and off rain all day, but still good for local footy. There's plenty of cover. Come down and watch some good emerging nations rugby league. There's also some good tucker here, local Turkish cuisine in the tent. I tried one of their kaftas earlier. And we're underway with El Rafi. Also a high restart to get the second half underway. Alcorn will take the first tackle of this second half. Is this big Sean Day? Short of the 40 metres, they go through the hands, so Latin Heat, they'll need to strike early here if they have any chance of getting into this one. So they go back over to the right hand side, and Gabriel Papa's just absolutely smashed there by that man Dimitriou. So the kick gets away. Kara Ali, he'll field it. He'll be tackled just short of the 30. So, as I mentioned in the first half, we're giving away a Japan Samurais jersey. And had a couple of people come up to me at half time. We've got a couple more. And we'll see if they can guess how many Amani Konishi, how many tests he's played. And we've got Steve, all the way from Blacktown. Steve, how are you enjoying the football so far?
Mate, it's been a fantastic day so far. I'm glad there's 2 more games to go. It's a bit of a shame in the weather, but hopefully I'll be back to watch a few more games later in the week.
Right, mate, the big question is, how many tests has Amani Konishi played for Japan?
I'll have a guess and say 12. I'm not too sure.
Oh, mate, yeah, sorry, you're going to miss out there. I'll give the viewers a tip. It's a bit higher than that, but thanks, Steve. Enjoy the football.
Thanks, mate.
So, I'll try and get another person here on the ground to see if they can try and win this Japanese jersey. As Day, he charges forward. He's got about 5 hanging off him. He's brought down 12 out from the line. So can the Latin Heat score a try here? Gaspani at dummy half now. Here's Papa dancing around. He's brought to ground pretty much on the same spot. So they come out to this left-hand side. Miller running to the line, gives it to Gardner. Gardner comes back across field, trying to find someone. He straightens up. The Mediterranean defence is there to wrap him up. 5 out from the line, last tackle. Numbers both sides. Gaspani at dummy half. Goes right, it's not a bad pass. It's flicked out the back. Still going. Bit of hot potato rugby league here from the Latin Heat. Still wrestling with it. The referee will call a handover. So, the end of the play there for the Latin Heat. And we've got another viewer who's going to try and win this Japanese Samurais jersey. G'day, young fella. What's your name?
Cade.
Cade. Are you loving the Emerging Nations Rugby League?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Do you play local footy?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Who do you play for? Who's your local footy club?
Rouse Hill Rhinos.
Rouse Hill Rhinos. And it was a season. Did you have a really good season?
Yeah.
Yeah. Righto, mate. The big question as the Latin Heat go on the attack. How many test matches has Amani Konishi played?
7.
7? Well, it's a bit higher than that. Because you're a local, I'll give you another chance. So have a deep think about it. What do you think? How many tests has he played for Japan?
13.
Oh, no, it's a bit higher than that. So what do you think? I'll give you another chance because you've been hanging around here, waiting here at half time.
16.
16, you're right on the money, Cade. Well done. You've picked yourself up a Samurais jersey. Thanks to the Japanese Rugby League team for donating this jersey. And it's actually Amani Konishi's number, so you got jersey 11 there. The only problem is you'll have to grow and probably wait about 5 years before you can wear it. But congratulations, young fella. enjoy that. And thanks for watching Bar TV Sports as Latin Heat go on the attack. Thanks very much, buddy. You enjoy the rest of the day. So I'm not sure how that went across at home, but we've got one happy viewer.
Well, very happy viewer indeed, because not only is he at the ground, they're actually watching it on the phone as well, which is fantastic to see. Standing pretty close to the commentary box, I'm not sure what the exact advantage is.
I didn't think I was going to give it away. I think Steve's a bit filthy now that I gave young Kate 3 chances. Poor old Steve only got 1 chance.
Well, he's still floating around, giving you a couple of dirty looks, so...
I'll buy him one of those Turkish cactus later on. Sean Day's taking the ball. Day's going to score. Right next to the uprights. Latin Heat's on the board. Well done. Well, that come out of nothing. Maybe that's the spark Latin Heat needed.
I think he heard you mention the CAFTA. Now, Big Boy has gone over. I actually tried to go down there a couple of minutes ago and get one. I'll tell you what, it is chock-a-block down there. How good is that?
So Sean Day scores the Heat's first try of the afternoon. 26-4. Is this the comeback?
Where's he? I think he's he's taken himself off the field now. He's gone. He's had the 1 try and off he goes. I think he's got a bunch of kids coming around to give him high fives as well. That's the way to do it in style, isn't it? Score a try and then go, that's it. I've had enough. I'm off.
Yeah, well done, Sean Day. It's been an entertaining day of football once again at the Emerging Nations World Championships. You're watching it here on Bar TV Sports. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. James Horvath kicks that over to the vacant lot of land over the back, so it's now 26 points to 6. And just a reminder to all the supporters tuning in, if you're wondering where you can pick up some of this merchandise, we've got Beastwear. They've got a tent here set up at the ground selling the Mediterranean and the Latin Heat jerseys. Also Solomon Islands jerseys. And also if you want to pick up a Japanese Samurais, we've got no more to give away. You'll have to go to their Facebook or their website page. So Latin Heat will bring this out of their own territory again. 30 out. So the new A jerseys, I don't mind them. The Vanuatu ones as well. Here's Gardner. Runs hard. Oh, good hit there for Demetrio. Bumped him back into the Kellyville turf. Aspari still at dummy half. Gives this to Procopayo. Mishiel's Zalaga.
Muscling up in defence here. It's really good to watch too.
Bit of feeling out there on the field now. Comes back to Horvath. He'll put this high. It's a tester for Kara Arley. And he does well. And he'll be wrapped up there by Mendoza. Helping out was Miller with a headband on. Oh, another heavy hit there from Gardner. Driving them back. This is great stuff here from the Latin Heat. So Demetrio now will go for a run from dummy half. He's taking on Summers.
That's one player they're not really going to be able to put a big shot on. He's a big boy, Demetrio.
Summers has come out of that tackle a bit ginger. He's up to his feet anyway, so the kick there from Mitswari. It's holding up in that wind. And it's going to be close to that sideline. In fact, it's gone dead. Thomas Garrido just letting it go. But Cade, he's off now. I think he's going down to try a Turkish kafta. He's got his Samurai's jersey on.
I think it fits in pretty well.
Yeah.
It's a bit big. A little on the large side. Summers as well, he's gone off the back of that tackle, Paul. Just touching the neck.
That was my first attempt at Quizmasters trivia there.
I think quality. I think quite high. I mean, in the end of the day, we got the jersey off, so we got a successful win. Can't really ask for much more, can you?
Yeah, commentating on milk crates giving away jerseys. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Living the high life on Bar TV.
I don't think any local Now, I don't think Parklea Markets will be getting me as a spruiker or selling anything anytime soon after that effort. So a penalty to the Latin Heat. Horvath will kick for touch. Here's Gardner. Oh, solid run. Picked out Matuari, but he wrapped him up. Zulaga. Going to be driven back to the 40. Oh, it's a bit of a face rub there. As Gardner goes for another hit up, and Demetrio just lines him up. McKenzie, he'll go for a run from dummy half. Oh, he spelt the ball. So Fredetovic, he's on the ball. McKenzie comes over the top, and things are getting a little heated out there with the Latin Heat and Mediterranean boys.
Well, they have been for probably the last 3 or 4 sets. Been some really heavy contact, a bit of push and shove after the play the balls too. McKenzie and Demetriou staring each other down at the moment. It's all good and dandy to have that big contact, but they've still got to focus on footy.
So the crowds are singing. And the players, they're getting restless out there in the centre. So the crowd's happy, at least that's one good thing. Some of the players not so. The scrum will pack. Sam El Rafai will feed it. Just have to get an extra man into the scrum. So we're back underway. Go through the hands on the left-hand side. Kara Ali will be wrapped up. There's a good run here. Palumbo gets the pass away. So they go the left-hand side again with the big number 19, who's not on our program. So just as we think things are running smoothly here at Bar TV, they throw a jersey change into us, but here's Palumbo. Ronnie Palumbo pops the pass away. They go down this short corridor, coming in off his wing.
Here's another one for you as well, Paul. 24's just rocked onto the field, and he's certainly not on the team sheet either.
Awesome. That's what we want here. Razzie will play it. Tarabay. Going through the numbers here is Kara Ali again, puts it on the toe behind the defensive line. The fullback's going to have to work. It's been spilt there. There's a bit of soccer there, and Latin Heat's picked it up there in the end. Thomas Garrido had a go at it and didn't come up with it, and also Horvath. Looks like Horvath's clutching at a shoulder. Actually, that is Garrido clutching at a shoulder. Horvath also down on the ground, is it? No, it's number 12, Dia Aroa. So the referee's just called time off, just to let you know at home that the time, the clock on your screen is only a guide. It's not the official time. The timekeepers are about 30 metres away from us. Good thing about the viewer turning up to pick up that Japan jersey is that I got an update of what's happening with the Bathurst 1000.
And what can we tell our viewers at home?
Well, it's probably already changed now that Reynolds is leaving, followed by Lowndes, but
She's still racing Craig Lowndes.
yeah, he'll keep going for another 10 years. So the Latin Heat will bring this out of their own try line. Well, the ball's been spilt. The referee's going to call a knock on, so Mediterranean are going to apply more pressure here. So this could be very dangerous here for Latin Heat. 26-6 down. Another try here for Mediterranean. You'd say that'd be game, set and match. Just under half an hour left in this one. Oh, it's been spilt. Christian Tarabay's put it down and letting Heat pick it up again. So the commentator strikes again. So Gardner picks it up from dummy half. He's the big number 8 here. Zulaga. It's a very good run. He's left one behind. He's still going. Andrew Zulaga.
Great offload too.
Well, Mediterranean, they were on the attack moments ago, and now Latin Heat are on the attack. This could be a chance here. They go through the hands. Here's Gardner. Gardner runs to the line. He puts Garrido into a half gap. It's closed quickly, but we've got a penalty. The referee says, boys, you're offside. So Horvath with it. Referee just marching the Mediterranean boys back. Now he's called time off. He's seen something here. He's going to the mark. So Andrew Zulaga, the big front row for the Latin Heat. He actually plays in the USA Rugby League comp for the Tampa Mayhem.
Remember a couple of years ago, Brett Kamali was actually going to go over to America to become an ambassador for that competition. Didn't come to fruition, but it has been growing and growing every single year.
Another penalty here for the Latin Heat. Gardner will take the quick tap. No, he won't. It's a full start.
It's been good today, Gardner, though. It's really caused a bit of damage out here on this left-hand edge. It's a big body.
So here we go. It's like Zulaga again. 5 out from the line. Can Latin Heat get their second try? They're stacked out here to the left again. They come this way through Gardner. Good defence from the Mediterranean pack, just wrapping him up, ball and all. Amita out. Gaspani at dummy half, gives it to Miller. Miller, long cut-out pass. This is their man, Zulaga. Tampa Mayhem.
I still like their chances here on the left. They've got a stack of numbers out there.
Miller gives this pass to Dobra. So they go out to the right. It's a long pass to nobody. Now they've lost ground. Bit of a fumble. Now a little bit of Adelaide football's chipped over the top. McKenzie's coming through. It's a dodgy bounce for Kara Ali. Now he gets away. He's still going here. Not sure what happened. That pole was right in my vision as that all
litany of
unfolded.
errors, that's what's happened, Paul. I mean, I'm not sure about the kick for a start. That really seemed like a panicky play, and then McKenzie had ample opportunity to trap him in the in-goal as tempers start to flare here as well.
Yeah, Demetrio and McKenzie, they've been at each other the last 10 minutes or so. Interesting on the USA Rugby League. Dustin Cooper, I think he had a run with the Boston 13.
Of course, he also played international for the Tomahawks.
Yep. Brother up there at the Cowboys. So Mediterranean will get the penalty. Full start, the big jersey 24.
It's got to be one of the most confusing tap restarts I've ever seen.
Metwari goes for a run from dummy half. Here's Procopayo. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, so apologies to Isaac. He'll play the ball on the 40. They come this short side. El Rafi is going to be wrapped up. He saw something, but the door quickly closed. Metwari from dummy half. Throws it to the big 24. So we don't have his name on our program. So they go through the hands. Taburea, long pass out there. That's Palumbo. Palumbo on the orange bridge. Flicks it back inside to Tarabay. Tarabay then throws it back inside to Palumbo. It's a bit of 1-2 here from the Mediterranean side. 5 out from the try line. Ronnie Palumbo will play it. They go out to the left edge again. Tarabay, he's linking up there on the far sides. Rezi bumps away from one. He's over the line, but I don't think he's got it down. Referee says held up.
Yeah, good defence from Latin 8 there. He's got bodies underneath. Ball carrier. Really good stuff from Palumbo, though, as well. He's got nice footwork just before the line. He can always create just half a chance for his outside men.
So I'm trying to work out what numbers we haven't seen out in the field for the Mediterranean. I'm thinking jersey 16 hasn't been out there, Costa Chara at Lumbos, so maybe he's jersey 24. It's the Latin Heat now bringing this out of their own territory again. Dobrop will play this on the 20, getting in that short corridor. Oh, massive hit. It's a number 4 out there, Doris Miller. Just lined him up. Now spreading a bit of advanced football, but Gardner hangs on to it, and he'll take the tackle. Almost lost that as Sultana, as Horvath, I beg your pardon, kicks it. Thinking on calling the Maltese team. It's Kara Ali. He'll field this on the 10-metre line and bring it back. He's got Garrido in front of him. Garrido wraps him up. The Henry Raymond lookalike. Demetriou, dummy half. Gives that to Anwar. Well, Garrido pinched the ball there. The referee said there was 2 on the tackle. So Mediterranean will get a penalty. Now he's called time off because Thomas Garrido threw the ball away. So the players won't mind this, just having a little bit of a breather. So Demetriou will take the tap, but it's not on the marks. Now it's a full start. So we're into the final 20 minutes in this Confederate Cup, part of the emerging nations. 4 teams in the Confederate Cup. Obviously these 2 on your screen. And earlier on today we saw ASEAN. So we go through the hands. Doris Miller, he put that big hit on there moments ago. ASEAN and Africa United played earlier on. That was an entertaining game and it's been put down. So here we go again with Zalaga. He's made a couple of good runs. This could be another one. Bumps into Palumbo and he's eventually brought down. He could be dragged into touch. He is.
That is one of the weirdest runs I've ever seen. It almost felt like he couldn't find a defender for 20 or 30 metres and the only person that could stop him happened to be the sideline. Eventually he found that too.
It's like under 8 stuff and the big fella just runs it around, umbrella style, into touch.
On the subject of umbrellas, we've been pretty fortunate for this match. No rainfall so far. Bucketed just as they're about to do kickoff though.
Yeah, the Niue and Philippines game, there's umbrellas up in front of the commentators. I'm not sure how they called that game. Milk crates and all. Still couldn't see over the top of them.
I think the best part about the milk crates is, of course, you can change them around a little bit like Tetris. Stack them up nice and high. Something a bit scary when it starts to wobble, though.
So El Rafi does a dummy. Eventually he's brought down. McKenzie comes in to help out with the defence. Palumbo at dummy half. Demetriou, he spilt the ball. And we'll have another scrum here, so it's just got a bit scrappy out here. Mediterranean in front, 26-6. They're pretty comfortable. What I do like about this ground here is that spectators can watch the game from their front porch.
Well, it's a very new development, isn't it? All the houses here wouldn't be more than about 5 years old, and this ground is less than 5 months old.
I just picked up there as the close-in shot of the players. Someone just having a bunger there in the background.
Smoke piling out.
I hope that's not a rental. I've just got you in trouble, mate.
The worst part is you can nearly see the license plate too. Hope the car isn't a rental either.
Here's Papa. Gabriel Papa, the live wire from the number 7 for Latin Heat. Here's the big front row and Eddie Wagner. So Latin Heat, they're sponsored by Guzman and Gomez. Oh, Rezzy has just lined him up and buried him. The hits keep coming here at the Emerging Nations World Championships. There was another big hit, but it was off the ball. And the referee's going to give a penalty here. So he's called time off. So this will be for the late hit on Papa. And the Latin Heat sponsor has gotten to James, and he's off to the Turkish tent to get a kafta. It's Prokopoiou and Dimitriou are having a chat to the referee. So thank you to the young lady in the crowd. Jake Kamiri is in jersey 24. So into the final, just under the final 15 minutes of this match. It's Mediterranean 26, Latin Heat 6. So back underway. Zalaga. Just over the 30. So can Latin Heat score another one here? As Wagner charges into line, almost breaks through. He's just been clipped and fallen on the ground there by Fredatovic. They come this short side again. Going through the hands. Here's a chance here for Garrido. Garrido, he crawls and makes an extra couple of metres. So they're 5 out from the line. McKenzie will go himself from dummy half. McKenzie, it's taking them about 5 Mediterranean players to hold him up. So Garrido goes into dummy half. Here's Horvath. Horvath, he does a step, jigs around. He could go himself here, Horvath. The defence comes again. He's centimetres from the try line. Martinez is back out in the field. He's at dummy half. He's gone himself. And we've got a penalty here to the Latin Heat. Markers not square. Maybe they'll just over the line. But another set of 6 coming up here for the Latin Heat. So here we go again. This is Wagner. Martinez waits for it here at dummy half. Here's Summers. Summers wrestling there. He's eventually held. Made to play it. There's still 5 out. Oh, it's a sloppy pass from dummy half. It may have been touched. The referee's going to rule that way. And we could have someone in the bin here. The referee's called time off again. He's calling out the skipper, Dimitriou. I think he's the skipper now. Unfortunately, we don't have the referees mic'd up here for Bar TV. It'd be interesting to see what the ref is actually saying to Dimitriou. Maybe one more time and someone will be in the bin. So, Latin Heat, what have they got here? Have they got another try in them? So Martinez gets us back underway and Matt Gardner just charges into Midwari. He's helped out there, brought down with Matuk. So still 2 metres out from the line. Here's Wagner charging onto it. He's going to get over the line. He's going to be held up. He's forced back. So they're set deep to the right. They got 3 here on the blind side. Horvath, he puts a kick over the top, but the defence is going to be back there to clean it up. And Palumbo's there. And now Palumbo could be driven back in. No, he pops the pass away. Kara Ali, he'll pinch another couple of metres. Here's Palumbo. He took the catch a moment ago and now he'll take a hit up. Here's the big 24, Jay Kamari. He's still going, Kamari. He's eventually brought to ground. So making good meters still here. The Mediterranean side is Luka Fredatovic. Is wrapped up just short of halfway. So El Rafi will put this on the toe. Down into the corner. going to beat everyone over the sideline. Scramble pack. 20 out from the Latin Heat try line. So still 26 points to 6 here. As we head into the final 10 minutes of this clash. Coming up after this, Japan v Poland. 6-game program. This is game 4. And the final one tonight between Greece and Vanuatu. So, it's a bit of a hold up here. I think the players just catching their breath. And just waiting for a football to turn up so we can get play back underway. So what have the Heat got? McKenzie hasn't stopped trying all day. Kevin McKenzie, the big number 5. This is Zalaga. Handful to pop down, and now he gets the pass away to Horvath. Horvath will pinch another 10 or so metres, and they're in the Mediterranean territory. Martinez almost forgot about the ball. Now the kick's gone down in the corner, and Kara Ali has to go back once again to field it. Kara Ali gets away from one. Doesn't get away from the tackle from Matuk. So El Rafi, as for a scamper from dummy half, doesn't get too many metres there. Now Emwa will go for a run across field. Just getting up to the 40. Oh, here's a good run here. Sultan has had some time off the field, and now he's back. El Ferrari will kick this down. Thomas Garrido has to go back for it. Oh, he looks like there's a bit of fumble there. Garrido. So the Latin Heat will bring this out of their own line. Gabriel Papa's wrapped up. Looks like they got their boots caught together here. This is interesting. Something different here on Bar TV. They got their shoes caught together. That's amazing. Mitwari and Gabriel Papa. Get their shoelaces caught together. I hope they didn't get them from Parklea Markets. So Zalaga again will bring this out. Play the ball. Let Heat get a penalty here, so this will help them. This will get them out of trouble. So can the Latin Heat score another try here? Certainly been a better second half from them. That's a high shot. Could be in trouble here. Kota Mitwari got Gardner high. He's going to get a few words spoken to him here. Little man on big man. Addison Demetriou just grabs him around the scruff of the neck, pulls him into line. So we're back underway. Oh, referee not happy with the spot, so Garrido will be asked to play it again. Here's Seb Martinez. So 30 out from the line. Horvath waits for it at dummy half. Here's Zalaga. Zalaga, very good lead drive here. He's been impressive. Centre field, 10 out from the try line. Numbers both sides, but they're set deep here to the left-hand side, but they go to the right. Martinez, he links up here with the big fella. Day's out there again, he could get a double. The referee likes it. Sean Day's over for his second try. Well done, Sean Day, the impact player, coming off the bench, scores his second, 26-10 with the kick to come. And well deserved from the Latin Heat in this second half. They've toiled away. They're in danger of the score blowing out there earlier. But, Sean Day, he gets that one down. Big fella's happy. So James Horvath. We'll look to add the extras here. Strikes it nicely, so it's now 26 points to 12. So we head into this final 5 minutes. So Dimitri will just take his time here with the restart. So back underway. A short restart here from Dimitri. He's going to get it. And Latin Heat don't pick it up, so that's very smart thinking there. So Mediterranean, they'll look for another try here before full time. This is the big 17. Now we haven't got him on the on the team list, so that's brilliant. Always dummies here in rugby league. There's Isaac Propapayo. We'll play this. 5 out from the line. They come to the right-hand side. Through the hands they go. It's a good pass here to Ronnie Paleo. Ronnie Palumbo. He's over. Ronnie Palumbo gets a try.
That's a ridiculous ruling. I've seen that hit the line.
Well, the referee's
The
called
referee's
held
been
up.
blindsided and he said it's held up. It's absolutely 100% gone down.
Well, I swear I saw the ball on the turf there. Anyway.
Quick, we'll get one of the producers to run out there and just tell them they've made a horrible mistake. Let's get it fixed. There it is right here. It's gone on the line.
It's had to have gone on the line. Anyway. It's fish and chip paper now. So Mediterranean with another chance. Palumbo throws a long pass out. The poles restricting my view. And Omar Khan has put it down.
So you can at least claim the pole is restricting your view. He's got no excuse on that occasion. Not a great pass, but should have taken it, really.
Yeah, just for the viewers at home, us commentators, we're down on the 30-metre line up the other end, standing on milk crates, anything that's got a bit of height. So the referee calls time off again. Well, you'd be spewing if you had that result and picked the margins. And that try was not awarded. As the Heat come down this short corridor.
Last try scorer too.
Yeah.
A couple of very unhappy punters.
Haven't got the doubles here at Kellyville. It's a new complex. Maybe at Windsor on Tuesday we can get the local footy club, the Windsor Wolves, to have the try-scoring doubles for us. As we got a mistake here from the Heat. So another opportunity here for the Mediterranean here. And maybe a chance for Ronnie Palumbo to score that last try. So El Rafai, Sam El Rafai will play it. Back underway. Here's Tarabay. Tarabay's been dangerous. Runs a long pass out here to Kara Ali. Kara Ali's trying to get around his opposite number. Anwar steps back in field. He's been wrapped up there by Alcon. Here's Zoltan. It's probably Chara Lambos in 17. There's been a few jersey changes to this Mediterranean team. Here's one of them, Rezi. He was named as jersey 18 and we believe he's in jersey 3 now. Here's Fraser. Goes out the back to El Farid. Here's Palumbo. 12 out from the try line. They come out to this right-hand side. El Rafi uses this as the big 18. Demetrio. Last tackle. Scamper from dummy half here from the 19. Also not on our program. Are they just grabbing numbers out of the kit now and putting them on before they go back out in the field?
Oh, I'm actually quite surprised we don't have them because you're just producing team lists from all over the place. Looking forward to the next game. Asking a couple of people around here, do they have any team lists, and all of a sudden you've just pulled it out of your pocket.
Yeah, a big shout out to all the team managers who send through the team list of the night. I understand there's always a few injuries and what have you before the teams run out onto the field. Without their help, it'd be a lot worse for us commentators, so we do appreciate it. All the work you can give us, all the help you can give us. Here's a good run here from Zulago again. And we've got a knock on from dummy half from Jai Summers. As the lights start to take effect here at Kellyville, the Ponds. So we are into injury time. 26 points to 12. I don't think the players are in too much of a hurry to get this scrum packed.
No, the result's done. It's been pretty comprehensive from the Mediterranean side. They've been fantastic today, and there it is. They've got the win.
Well, that is full time. The Mediterranean side have defeated the Latin Heat 26 points to 12. It's been an entertaining game. Mediterranean got away. But to Latin Heat's credit, they hung on, but they just weren't good enough here on the day. So that's all we've got for you for this match. Stay tuned, we'll be back very shortly on another stream with a match between Poland and Japan. We'll catch you shortly.